Hello and welcome back to Crash Bandicoot 2 with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Poogie. So, we are going to go back through Turtle Woods again, except this time we are going to avoid getting all of the boxes. Yes, apparently, there is a gem in Crash 2 that indeed we have to not hit one single box or we won't be able to get it. This gem is actually unique and I do like this. Actually, I wish they would do this for more of the games. That also means you can't spin into the enemies, nor get any Aku Aku masks, in the case of spinning into the enemies, in case they end up breaking one of the boxes. So yeah, and mostly it's fine. However, there is a bit where I certainly can't avoid jumping on one of the boxes. And I'll explain, because up here is a wall of boxes. So what you can do is either bounce on the bouncy box. It doesn't count as breaking it because you just bounce off it. Either that or do a, a high jump over them by pressing the circle button and the square button together. Unfortunately, that also means you cannot hit any of the checkpoints while going through this stage. So that can be a bit of a problem if you keep dying, like I do, often, even in the early stages in Crash games. As I say, so that said, yeah. And I do like this. As I say, it's a very, very unique concept. And it hasn't been done at all since, well, sort of. I'm guessing that one could argue that the you kind of do this with the time trials because you can't. Well, although having said that, you don't necessarily have to avoid getting any of the boxes for reasons when I actually decide to upload Crash 3. But yeah, I would rather not do the high jump over those boxes. So yeah. Anything, the hitboxes with these enemies can be a bit off compared to the original PS1 game, as you saw with that turtle there. So let's bounce up, and indeed now we can go through here, and indeed, yeah. I don't know if I go over the things. No, I do not. As I say, another thing that is in Insane Trilogy is the fact and we get the first of the coloured gems before I go on, the blue gem. And yes, going back to the time trials, they are available in Crash 2 and 3. In fact, one of the abilities from Crash 3 is in Crash 2 as well, but I will get to that. But now, we have our first coloured gem, fairly easily actually. Yes, that is probably the easiest one to get at the beginning of the game. So now, I say we head to Hang 8, the first of the river levels. Yes, apparently the Naughty Dog did want to borrow still quite a bit from Crash 1. We already had a jungle level, we have a river level, except the major difference is in how it works. Because you'll notice that the music is kind of sort of a surfer rock sort of theme. Let's see. And also, there are now these blocks that were originally in the thing. So, this is quite a change from Crash 1, at least. Yes, we don't have the fly traps in the water. We do still have the Audrey 2s lurking about, however. But we don't have them as much in the water. We don't have to jump on them, including those god-awful purple ones we had to deal with, although that one was purple, but it behaves in the same way as the ones from the jungle levels in Crash 1. So, you'll see down there in the bottom right-hand corner there is a timer. Indeed, we have to get the to get one of the gems in the stage, not the box gem, but the regular other gem. Basically, what we have to do is get to the end of the level before, I do say before, we excuse me, before we actually do so. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to get the thing on my first run. I will be back here to get there. Anyway, the big newest thing here are these motorized surfboards, which you use the, I believe, the X button to speed up on. Yes, it works very well, actually. As long as you have two things. You are quite vulnerable, however. Well, you know, I actually got the gem with 2 seconds to spare! Holy crap! Yeah, that was fun. So with that said, that's 2 gems in one video! Holy shit, man! And that leaves 2 more levels. The pits, which is another jungle level. And if we can go over there, there's another boulder level. Yes, boulder levels are a thing here as well. Uh-oh, I think Cortex wants to speak to us.
3 crystals. Not bad. I see you are getting the hang of it. I need to conserve power. I will communicate with you again after you retrieve the 5th crystal.
Oh dear. Well, looks like we're in for it now, so the boulder level is Crash Dash, but we'll get to that. Firstly, I'm going to take on the pits. The second of the 3 actually no, better that 4 jungle levels, although the last 2 jungle levels in Crash 2 kind of have their own gimmick here. Anyway, this time it stops raining and there's a beautiful thing. And Ooga Booga Power! Yeah, collect 3 Aku Aku masks and you are invincible. Yes, so with that said, let's go through here and we can easily bash through the vultures here. Yeah, seriously, these vultures are annoying. They're much more annoying than in Slippery Climb or Stormy Ascent. Holy shit, and what do you know? Another Aku Aku mask. So, what else? Ooga Booga Power! And then, indeed, more through them. And now we have a choice of 2 directions. If you're going to go, just like in Insanity Beach in Crash 1, if you're going to choose a direction, we will have to get all the boxes on both routes. So yeah, and indeed, thank goodness I hit that checkpoint. Yeah, seriously. Because if I die, at least I can do that. There are no hidden pathways except for the bonus level, of course. You will see there 2 blanked out boxes. Yeah, the exclamation box for that one is on the other path. So yeah, that's on the path to the left. So, let's see. Can we go through here without getting hit too much? Keep in mind I still have an Aku Aku mask. Although it's much harder going backwards in a rather linear Crash game such as this one. Maybe not so in something like Twinsanity, but in one of the Naughty Dog games, or indeed even the remakes by Vicarious Visions, yeah, it can be hard. Which is why I did that. What do you know? There's the exclamation box. So, there we go. And let's see. There's some boxes in there. And more pits. Again, that's probably why it got its name. You get out of the way too, you stupid turtle. And checkpoint. Thank God for that, I say. I don't want to die too much in this level, seriously. Especially with the hitboxes on some of the enemies. Keep in mind, although I do like the fact that the armadillos retreat inside their shells. Very nice little thing there. I don't know if real life armadillos do that, but there you go. So, ow! Yeah, just because it was nice the first time, don't mean I have to keep doing it again and again and again. Although that is the main thing about the Crash games. And okay, apparently I do have to do it again and again and again. Holy shit, man! Well, spin on you. You're not getting any more things from me. Yeah, if I did have to think this level would be too easy, so I welcome that. Although there's an even harder level that has a similar sort of gimmick to this one later on. I'm not going to say which name it is, because those who have played Crash 2 will know what I am talking about. But for now, let's just continue going up the right-hand path once again. This time because of having 3 Aku Aku masks. It means I can easily get through here at least and get those 2 boxes that were previously blanked out thanks to the thing. And yeah, What do you know? They're both one-ups. And would you know it? Also, another vulture. You gonna dive at me? Yeah, you are. Yeah, that's far more scarier actually than the thing. And now, there we go. Now I don't have to worry about backtracking again. So now jump on the walls and don't go after me. Bounce on the mushroom and still a bit more to go because we still have the bonus area. So in the bonus area we are introduced. I don't know if I've seen these before, but certainly this is the first time I've seen one of them. Metal boxes. And to actually break them, we can't spin them. Basically, to break metal boxes, we need to use Crash's body slam by pressing the X button. And then, while he's in midair, press the circle button to actually bounce on the thing. Now, here's a clincher. There are 3 bounce boxes. However, we still haven't got 2 boxes off to the left there. Yeah, seriously. So what we need to do is not do that. No. What we can do is bounce on them each one time, or do a sliding maneuver over them in order to get them. So yeah. And yes, I do like this. You will note that I didn't indeed in Hang 8 get the thing because I was going after the gem. And no, I did not want to slide jump there in case I set off the thing. That has happened to me in both versions of Crash 2 beforehand. So yeah, thankfully they're all intact. Okay, that was a failed maneuver. I was trying to body slam, I think, and I somehow pressed the X button before I pressed the circle button before I pressed the X button, which is very annoying indeed. Yes. And those things can blight you in a Crash game. Wait until Wrath of Cortex. Those controls can be really iffy. Especially on something like the GameCube, which is easily one of my favourite controllers of any video game console. Indeed, that being said, let's body slam here. Very good. And then, let's go over to the exclamation box and trigger that. And that will give us our hidden boxes there. Very nice. And now the hard bit. Getting over these boxes. Now. 1. Ah! Seriously, man. That's why I didn't tackle Crash Dash, I don't think, in this episode. So, with that said, let's break this box. Shall we? And yeah. As I say, the body slam is an interesting move. As I say, it is an interesting move. I don't know if it's used that much on enemies in this game. In Crash 2 it is. Oh yes. No, Crash 3, sorry. Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, the 3rd game in the Naughty Dog original trilogy, and in the 3rd in the Insane trilogy. So yeah. I've only got broken one of those boxes. So yeah. Now I want to be careful here. Because now I can't slide jump over it. Boing! There we go! Yes, a bonus stage clear. So now we can make our way over here. And I might slide jump off the metal box. And we are done! Yes. So now there's only about 2 boxes left. Very good, and one of them's there. Very good indeed. And what about the things? Yeah, we've already fought these guys. Seriously. Oh, they're poking their heads up to nobody's business. Ugh. And get those. And let's wait until you go over there. And then go down. And then spin. Spin. Die. Thank goodness, bonus series service checkpoint, that's all I'm going to say. Whew. Apparently I cut it off here, which is really stupid of me. Oh well, somehow I'm... Okay then, we're back. So, let's try that again. With less failure, please. There we go. And then we can finally get the gem, the box gem for that stage. I think that's the only gem for the pits. So yeah, I'm easily getting gems here. Yeah, it's much easier in Crash 2 and 3 to get gems than it is in Crash 1. Namely because we don't have to die to get the friggin' things. Anyway, yeah, that will be it for this episode. On the next episode, we will do Crash Dash, and of course, then take on the boss, which is one we have faced in Crash 1 before. I wonder which one it is. Anyway, I will see you then. Goodbye!